Today we're going to make a dust collection port for this brown and sharp surface grinder, so stick around. Welcome back to Wood Creek Workshop. My name is Yuchol. In our last video, we showed you how we made this replacement wheel guard for this brown and sharp MicroMaster 612 surface grinder. And today, we're going to make an add-on accessory that is very important for running one of these surface grinders. Now, I chose not to make the dust collection port be integral to this wheel guard because I wanted flexibility. I wanted to be able to take it off and in case when I decide to use coolant with the surface grinder. And being able to make it an add-on means I can easily detach it and the form factor will be small and it just will be easier to maneuver around. So let's see how we go about making one today. But before we get started, I received a mail from Max Grant in Western Australia. He has a YouTube channel called the Swan Valley Machine Shop. He's a very nice guy. He knows what he's doing and has a very interesting channel. And he's just about ready to embark on a brand new shop. And I encourage you to check it out. I think we'll put him right next to the other Australian gentleman, Bruce. There you go. Thanks, Max. Here's a quick sketch of the dust collection port mechanism. From bottom to the top here is roughly 6 3/4 inches high and 3.5 inches wide. Here's an angle that's not quite 45 degrees, maybe more like 35, 40. And here are some angles, especially one at the bottom here. That'll be made out of leftover 3.5 inch pipe from the wheel guard project. In fact, all except this top 2-inch diameter pipe, all the parts will be made of the leftover parts from the wheel guard project. Here are the parts that I'm going to be making out of. Hot roll steel plate and leftover pipe. My least favorite part of any project is prepping the materials, cutting them to dimensions and whatnot. I typically use angle grinder with cutting wheel or 4x6, one of those cheap bandsaws that I have, and I don't know what it is. I just don't like it, and I wish I had that special magic trick that some of the YouTubers seems to possess. You know, sometimes they snap their fingers or clap and, you know, the parts just cut themselves into right pieces. But then, come to think of it, I've never tried it. I don't know. Yeah, it didn't work, did it? Maybe snap the fingers? Maybe I'm not snapping it right. No way. Before we can weld these, we need to bevel the edges that are going to be welded so we have a good penetration. So we'll do that and we'll head over to the welding table. Alright, I was so excited to get going I forgot that I have to do a few steps first. This is the back piece. This is about 3/4 of an inch extended part. What I need to do is I need to mill a slot from here to there for wide enough for a 1/4 inch, 1/4 by 20 thumb screw to slide through. That will allow me to adjust the height of the dust collection port relative to the wheel guard. The other piece is, this is a top piece that goes right there. And I need to mill a hole for the 2-inch pipe to fit through. Can't forget that. Gotta do that before we weld. going to rough cut using this hole saw. It's a pretty crude tool, but I'll have to bore it out even further because I don't have the right size diameter for it. Start boring out the hole. All right, let's start gluing these pieces together. This part has been sanded and prepped for paint. Let's just put it up there and see what it looks like. So the bottom of this side will be even with this bottom of the left hand side of the wheel guard. However, given that we machine a slot, we'll be able to move it up and down as needed. But this wheel's almost 8 inches in diameter, so with the clearance, this is as low as it'll go without rotating the whole wheel guard assembly. I think it looks pretty good. This is the rear view of how things will mount. So there's a 1/4 inch slot. So what I'll do is drill and tap a couple different holes onto the housing, onto the wheel guard. That will allow me to move this up and down and just cinch down from the rear. that'll help compensate for the wheel diameter and height of the material that I'm grinding. And then after that we can paint this. Okay, 3 holes are drilled. They are about 1 1/4 inch apart. And the reason why I drilled 3 holes in those locations is that with the combination, no matter where the dust port is at, you know, this is the lowest it'll go, could be this high, just wherever, I can always have 2 screws holding that on its place. So that'll work out just fine. The paint has cured on the dust collection port. I think it came out pretty good. I added the body filler around that 2-inch port and that came out nice too. I'm happy with that. That's my fingerprints there. Let's mount this and see how it looks. I think that looks pretty good. That's about 1/4 of an inch higher than the bottom of the wheel right now. And it can go even further or higher. Now, depending on what I'm doing, I can easily loosen the half moon clamp on the wheel cover. And I can even lower that even further as needed. I think that's gonna work perfectly. So thanks for watching. Please like and comment. Thank you.